All right, here we are to sharpen your pencils for sharpening your intuition, trusting the decisions you make.
Well, because we always talk about a woman's intuition. Is there really something to that intuition and that instinct that you have as a female?
Right, and I wrote a book on this, so I'm a huge advocate.
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut.
Talk about your
Trust
book.
yourself.
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut. I mean, gosh, I've written 2 editions of it already because I keep finding more information about it, but it's a very small book.
Well, and I think
teeny tiny.
And you often rely on your gut and your intuition in business.
I trust my gut because I'm telling you the mistakes I've made going against my gut. Have you ever said, "Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew it.
No,
I knew it."
Never said that.
Anyway, we have a guest with us today.
It's a big joke.
Yeah.
Remember all those mistakes I've made?
Yeah, you've made a zillion. Heck.
Yeah.
I'll point them out to you. I'll make a list and bring it in, folks. All right, let's rescue you.
Let's rescue me from my mistakes. And Victoria, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, this is just fun. You guys are so great.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
So what's great about us?
Well, you're just a team, you know? You guys you preen each other and help each other and laugh with each other, and it's just cute.
And then when we leave, we don't talk and we hate each other.
Yeah, yeah, right. Talking all day long.
All day long. She's my #1 call. Okay, Victoria, you're an intuitive counselor. You have some tips to help women because you have a practice where people come to you and basically, aren't you just mirroring back to them what they already know, but giving them more confidence to believe in themselves?
Well, as an intuitive counselor, what I do is I help people get in tune with themselves. We're always so busy and we're running around and we're not really thinking about what's going on inside sometimes, and that makes all the difference in the world. If you really are in touch with yourself and you are connecting with your intuition and you're taking the time to be quiet and just listen to what your higher self is saying to you, you're going to be way ahead, and people are going to sense that inner calm, and they're going to sense your confidence and that you really trust yourself because you're connected.
So intuition is basically your higher self. Is that what it is?
I think so.
It is. We have the truth inside of us. There's an inner knowing. I mean, Mary's talked about that with go with your gut for years. And it's true. And we all are naturally intuitive. It's just that we're not really encouraged or trained to believe in it, to believe in ourselves, especially women. We're always deferring to people, trying to please people. We don't like to say no. We don't like to say, well, I don't really want to do that, or I don't feel that's right for me.
Right.
It's really true.
Somebody told me.
We taught that from little kids, but as little girls, we're taught
I know it, and I don't. Oh my gosh, with my girls, how do you feel about that? How does that make you feel in your tummy or whatever? You know, this something, and they'll say, well, I don't feel good, but I don't want to upset them. I said, don't be concerned about upsetting people, and women don't like to upset people.
Nope.
Even as adults, we get trapped in that. So, you know, okay, so go on. Anyway, we have, this is my topic.
This is a really hot topic for moms because as busy moms and women, we're always trying to do the right thing. And listening to that intuition, if somebody doesn't have an intuitive counselor, if they're not lucky enough to have someone like you in their life, what can they do to know what their higher self is saying or what their intuition is saying to them?
Well, I really encourage my clients to journal because we're always having brainstorms and intuitive flashes, and we'll have a dream, and then guess what? Something the next day, it happened. And if you journal and you write down some of these things that you experience, you'll start to get in tune more and more. You'll be able to go back and say, you know what? I did go with my gut. I did trust my intuition that last time. And it'll really help you. So that's one thing that you can do. And also, take 5 minutes to just either sit in meditation, unplug the phone, take your Bluetooth off, maybe in meditation or even in prayer. 5 minutes a day to just stop the madness and sit and be with yourself.
That's a great idea. Now,
well, it's really important. Life is chaotic. I mean, I did that yesterday. I locked myself in the car and cried for 5 minutes.
Well, that works too.
Decompression.
You know, sometimes that was my quiet time, just locking myself in the car. But I think if you do that on a regular basis, you don't end up in the car crying by yourself.
Well, and here's another thing. When I did an experiment for 30 days, like a year ago, August, I was going to trust my gut on every single decision. Well, what happened, shockingly, when I would get in the car, I would automatically just knee-jerk, I'm going to call somebody. Because I'm going to drive, I'm going to call somebody, right? I had so much time on my hands listening to my gut. Because my gut would say, no, don't call Adina. Leave her alone. Wait. And I found there was a lot more space created in my day. So if we get in the car, how many times do you get in the car and think to turn on the radio or call somebody to fill that space? Just
and we
that
don't
one
need
thing
to be filling
alone.
that space all the time.
We do. We spend a lot of time filling space.
We do.
Well, and again, the world encourages that. Everything that's going on right now. We've got the internet. We're hooked up and hooked in and going a mile a minute. So how are you going to listen to what your intuition is saying? It always says it, though. I mean, we know when we want something and we really know that it's right, or when we don't.
Right. You know what? I have a funny story to tell you. Your name came up yesterday. I was with my coach working out, and he said, you know, Mary, what sign, if I was going to date, what sign would I date? What would be good for me? He's a Pisces. And my intuition, I said, I think, you know, a water sign or a fire sign for him. And I said, do you have your chart? And he said, well, Victoria Beardman did my astrology chart. I said, that's so funny you say that. She's going to be on my show tomorrow.
Well, and we have your website also. Victoria is at victoriabearden.com, is that right?
Yeah, I'm just ready to do a new one, but it still works, and I'm getting with the program with a brand new website. It'll look just like yours.
So how can women, without getting too deep into becoming like super knowledgeable about astrology, how can they take just a basic knowledge of astrology and help themselves in their lives and make decisions?
Well, I have been an astrologer for 25 years, and I've worked with lots and lots of people and lots of women. And really, it's just another tool to see yourself better. It's not going to tell you, oh, you'll never do this, or you're only good at this, or the future is set in stone. It's a way to look at yourself and the people around you. I have so many moms coming to me and say, I want you to do my kids' chart because I want to understand what's going on with us.
And one thing that I think gets confused also, it's a tool, like you were saying. It's not a religion.
Oh,
it's
no.
a tool.
It's a tool. It's just a tool of self-awareness, know your nature, know yourself. So we have a lot more. Will you stay with us another segment, and we'll cover a lot more information. Plus, the 8 tips for practical intuition. So we'll be right back on MomsTown Live.